As we approach the third quarter of Mental Health Awareness Month, I stand before you with deep gratitude and pride in the momentum we have created together under this year's theme, It's Okay Not to Be Okay. Over the past weeks, we have been nothing short of impactful, from online conversations to in-person workshops and community outreach. We have seen a unified St. Martin raising awareness on mental wellness with compassion, urgency, and purpose. The ministry partnered with several key organizations to execute various key events in this month. The Spectrum Support Box online session entitled Parenting Through Challenges in Mental Health and Raising Children with Disabilities was held on May 14th. This online session drew robust participation from parents, caregivers, and educators island-wide. Participants were equipped with practical tools to navigate emotional and behavioral challenges, along with vital self-care strategies. Most importantly, they were remembered that they were not alone. The feedback was overwhelmingly positive, and many shared how this space gave them hope, validation, and confidence to seek help when needed. We thank the Spectrum Support Box for their excellent facilitation and continued dedication to advocating for special needs. On May 24, 2025, there will be another workshop focusing on mental health of our youth. The theme is When to Ring the Bell. This will be led by Ms. Peterson, an experienced clinical mental health counselor. This session is crucial, given the growing concerns we face in our country regarding youth mental health. This workshop would explore detection of early signs of distress and suicide risk, starting supportive conversation with children, connecting youths with professional help, among other things. This is about saving lives. We urge every parent, teacher, counselor, and concerned community members to attend. The sessions will be held here at the Government Administration Building on the 24th of May from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Despite the fact that the Mental Health Awareness Month is coming to an end, the Ministry of VSR will continue throughout the year to raise awareness and partner with stakeholders who are aligned with our mission and vision. Let us keep the momentum. Let us continue to build a safe place for dialogue, understanding, and healing. Let us do it together. With regard to labor affairs, on May 19th to 21st, a labor symposium was held under the theme Empowering Workers and Employers, Know Your Rights, Build Your Future. This was a very successful event. It was a platform for knowledge sharing, dialogue, and transformation in the labor sector of St. Martin. I want to take this opportunity once more to congratulate WICSU PSU and particularly the President Sharon Kanagita and the Y2 led by Ms. Roxana Pantoflet for their leadership and sacrifice that they and their team made to pull off this much impactful event. What made this symposium so great was that there were stakeholders from every sector of the labor economy: employers, employees, both private and public sector, and even regional union representatives. It was a very interactive symposium. I must applaud all the attendees that shared their opinions and concern during those 3 days. I want you to know that I see, I heard, and I appreciate you. I am definitely looking forward to the final report from the organizers. If need be, this event has to be repeated. It will have my support again.
How do ideas become plans? Plans become memories.
So you like my new grill?
And dreams become your life.
This is retirement.
Do you remember when hope became a house? When that house became a home? Your ideas are everything, and we're here to help make them happen. Your idea of yes, I can happens here.
Your social and health insurance is your social and health insurance.
Are you SXM insured? Do you have a valid medical insurance status? SXM is cardless. Request your My SXM account today and enter the virtual office of SXM. Go to sxv.sx and sign up now.
Your social and health insurances.
24/7 TV programming on www.stmartinmediacenter.com, SXM Daily News, PBS NewsHour, Now You Know, Com programs, documentary, entertainment, sports events, Saturday children's hours, religion programs, and movies. Click on SXM TV broadcast to see your favorite programs.
There was an article by the CFT about St. Martin's debt to GDP ratio and about the impact of bullet loans. Can you explain the loan from the Netherlands, between the government and the Netherlands for GB? You mentioned an interest rate, but you didn't mention the payment terms, over what period of time, and is this another bullet loan, or are there monthly annual payments and that's incorporated in the budget of St. Martin? Mm-hmm. So that's my clarification question. And my second question is about hurricane season. You are head of the EOC. In the past, following Hurricane Irma, there were quite some discussions about how the EOC functioned, and there were some recommendations made about perhaps changing the structure a little bit, especially in particular regarding hurricane passes. I know government's in the process of issuing those new passes, but there was conversation about perhaps different levels of passes. Are those things that you've looked into as we're entering the hurricane season?
Yes, coming back to the first question about the loan, as I said, there are evident agreements made about this loan. 25 years, 2.43%. It's included in our budget, and there is focus, of course, to meet the obligations of repaying the loan. So that is arranged also, it's in our budget. Yes, we have to, of course. Coming now to the hurricane passes, it's every year again a discussion about hurricane passes. And at a certain moment, I'm getting personally a lot of requests for hurricane passes because it's very attractive to have a hurricane pass to hang around and see what's going on the streets after a catastrophe for the country. So I have my opinion about hurricane passes, and coincidentally, this afternoon I have my first. It's not actually the first, but the first actually a meeting because of the initiation of this new Atlantic hurricane season. I have with the ESFs, I have a huge meeting this afternoon in which we're going to go through the issues, challenges of each ESF group and make sure that we are prepared for hurricane. Personally, as head of the Emergency Operations Center, I am going to make sure that we will not hand out emergency passes in abundance. So at the moment, everybody wants a hurricane pass, and I think that is going to cause a lot of more chaos and confusion on the streets. And I will be very critical in handing out hurricane passes if the whole EOC, inclusive me as head, doesn't see the urgency, the necessity, and that specific contribution of that specific person to have a hurricane pass for moving around after a catastrophe or hurricane. We have to ask ourselves, are we doing this just to be outside there, to hang out and to see what's going on, or are we really using this hurricane pass because it's significantly going to contribute to actually restoring order and actually rebuilding on the short term what has to be done after a hurricane as whoever passes at that particular moment. So we are going to be very critical with giving out hurricane passes this year because I do not see the additional value of giving a lot of people that I think should not or would not have a significant constructive contribution to help the society back after the passing of a hurricane, for example.
SZV, your social and health insurance. SZV, your social and health insurance.
Are you SZV insured? Do you have a valid medical insurance status? SZV is cardless. Request your My SZV account today and enter the virtual office of SZV. Go to szv.sx and sign up now.
SZV, yeah, your social and health insurances.
How do ideas become plans? Plans become memories,
So you like my new grill?
and dreams become your life.
This is retirement.
Do you remember when hope became a house? When that house became a home? Your ideas are everything, and we're here to help make them happen. Your idea of yes, I can happens here.
24/7 TV programming on www.stmartinmediacenter.com, SXM Daily News, PBS NewsHour, Now You Know, com programs, documentary, entertainment, sports events, Saturday children's hours, religion programs, and movies. Click on SXM TV broadcast to see your favorite programs.
Today we gather not just to celebrate your promotions in rank, but to honor your commitment to growth, your resilience, and your decision to lead, especially at a time when your island, your community, and your peers need you most. Leadership is not about titles or giving commands. It is about service. It is about stepping forward when others hesitate and choosing discipline, integrity, and purpose when it would be easier to turn away. It is about holding your head high like you are today, staying grounded like you are now, and walking a path that others can follow, especially when no one is watching. We cannot ignore that St. Martin, like many islands across the region, is facing turbulent times. The rise in senseless violence, unrest, and fear is real. The headlines may speak of chaos, but what they rarely capture are moments like this, when young people like you choose to rise, to stand up and make a difference. You are the difference. You are the answer to the questions of what hope looks like in uniform. You are the promise that leadership, discipline, and service still matters, that community still matters, that country still matters. And what I want you to know is that your country sees you, and more importantly, your country believes in you. You may not realize it now, but the lessons you're learning, the value of teamwork, the power of reliability, the quiet strength of showing up with professionalism, are the very values we need to rebuild trust, restore peace, and reignite pride across our nation, St. Martin. Leadership isn't always glamorous. Sometimes it means keeping your squad focused, even when everyone is tired. Sometimes it means being the only one who shows up on time. And yes, sometimes it means reminding your team members, don't move, stand still, don't even scratch your nose. But beyond the little humor lies something powerful, character. And character is what sets you apart, not just in this brigade, but in life. Today's ceremony is about more than just promotion. It's about preparation. You're not just preparing to lead your squad, you're preparing to lead your generation. Many of today's strongest leaders, teachers, law enforcement, entrepreneurs, even public servants, once stood exactly where you are now. And just like them, you are within the potential to change lives and shape this nation's future. So here's my challenge to you, as your Minister of TIAP, as your Deputy Prime Minister. Be an example. Be the light. Be the leader your country needs, and now more than ever. I leave you with the words of John Quincy Adams, which echoes my own beliefs. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, and do more, and become more, you are a leader. Congratulations again to each and every one of you. St. Martin needs you, and we are very proud of you today. Thank you.
It's a true honor for me to stand before you today, surrounded by young people who have chosen discipline over distraction, purpose over comfort, and leadership over limitation. Today we're here not only to celebrate your promotions, but to recognize your commitment to becoming the kind of citizens that this country needs, as echoed by my colleague minister. So let me begin by congratulating every single member receiving a promotion today. You earned this. This moment is the result of discipline, mental and physical endurance, teamwork, and a commitment to rise above the challenges that too often surround our youth. You chose growth over comfort, and that is something that you should be proud of. We live in a time where the pressures on our young people are heavier now than ever. Social media, peer pressure, family struggles, economic challenges, and a world that can sometimes feel uncertain and especially unforgiving. It takes courage to choose the harder path. It takes vision to say that I will be better, and I will do better. And today, all of you are proving that that is possible. This program is more than a uniform and a schedule. It's a transformation. It teaches discipline, builds self-worth, sharpens the mind, and opens the heart to service. You are being equipped not just with tools for success, but with tools to inspire, to be the source of hope for your peers and for your communities. And in a world that often underestimates or overlooks our youth, what you're doing today here is radical and is necessary. That matters. I want to tell you that that truly, really matters. Because the future of St. Martin will not be built by chance. It will be built by the young people who have been given tools, structure, and the belief that they have something valuable to offer. As Minister of Justice, I take a special interest in what's happening here, because this program is doing something that's aligned directly with one of our most pressing national priorities, crime prevention. Initiatives like this are not side projects, they're part of the solution. The Youth Brigade keeps our young people focused, engaged, and off the streets. It builds character, sets a standard that others can look up to, and you're not only preparing yourselves for the future, but you're helping to shape the future of this country. Crime doesn't start with an act. It starts with a lack of opportunity, a lack of guidance, a lack of self-worth. What this program does is fill those gaps with mentorships, with discipline, with a positive network, with a sense of belonging, and a deep belief in each person's ability to be a leader. That is powerful. That is preventive justice. And this is why this program deserves our full support. So I want to take a moment to thank the board, the project leaders, the social workers, coaches, mentors, and everybody who pours their heart into the St. Martin Youth Brigade. What you're doing is hard work. It's not just drills and formations. It's showing up when it's difficult. It's holding the line and holding space. You're shaping lives in the most fundamental way, and for that, the Ministry of Justice salutes you. What we see here today is a reminder that the solutions to some of our greatest challenges already exist among us. We don't always need to look abroad or look for miracles. Sometimes we just need to listen to what's working and build around that. And I can say that I believe that the Youth Brigade is working. That's why I want to express that I'm looking forward to receiving your proposal for the Crime Prevention Fund. I believe in this initiative, and I want to ensure that your efforts can grow, whether that means expanding your reach, enhancing your resources, or supporting your alumni as they transition into the workforce or further education. I was honored that I could sit or stand next to an example of that. But I look forward to continuing to work with the Youth Brigade to turn success stories into systems in this country. However, it's not a job of this ministry alone. It's a collective effort from the government to parents, educators, NGOs, law enforcement, and community leaders. We all play a role. And we all have a responsibility to make sure that our young people are not just safe, but that they are seen, supported, and set up for success. To the Youth Brigade's members, those ranking up, and those still on your way there, carry yourselves with pride. The kind that comes from knowing you've worked for something meaningful. The kind that shows in how you speak, how you act, and how you treat others. You are leaders now, not someday, but you're leaders right now. You are the ones who will help shift the culture. You are the ones who will stand in the gap. You are the ones your peers will look to when they're unsure. Take that really seriously. But also, don't forget to enjoy it. Enjoy the bond you've built with each other. Enjoy the challenge. Enjoy becoming the very best version of yourself. So before I close, let me share something that I've learned about leadership. People don't always follow what you say, they follow what you do. And what you're doing here, you are living examples and values of honor, discipline, and respect. Once again, congratulations to all of you who have earned new ranks. Thank you to the Youth Brigade team behind me for your commitment to building resilient youths. And I want to thank everybody who continues to believe in the power of our youth.